Hi, welcome to another video. Apologies for the lack of natural light in this video. It's going to be a little bit gloomy. I'm recording this in the evening in the UK and it's still quite wintry and dark at the moment. So let's take a look at what I've added to my collection in the last 2 weeks, in no particular order. So starting with Songs of Faith and Devotion. This is a South African CD, you can tell because it's got the David Gresham logo on the back there. And another little weird logo I've never seen before actually. And the CD itself is quite unusual. It's quite silver, not the usual black and purple that you would see with the DGR logo on it. And the Modern Mute logo there. This came in a normal CD case, but I've swapped it out because I enjoy that's the wrong word perhaps, but I like to see the back thing. I don't like seeing the pair of knickers hiding in the middle, the centre thing. So I swapped it out with a clear CD case. And then also from South Africa, from the same seller, and I spotted the DGR logo again on the back of the CD. This is a reissue of Singles 8185. The CD itself actually is very similar to most releases apart from the extra logos. The extra logos are the DGR logo, it's not very clear, and there's also a kind of seal of approval. Don't really know what that is, to be honest. So that's the two CDs out of the way, and now we're strictly vinyl records from this point on. So staying in South Africa, let's take a look at 101 from South Africa. So this is Mutt 2012, it was released in 1989, and again it's got the DGR logo on there, and a kind of almost disappearing Walking Man Saturn logo that was around at the time 101 came out. You don't seem to get decent inlays or anything in South Africa. I've had other albums that I would expect to have inlays that haven't. So you literally get the outer sleeve, and then you get two white inners. Well, if this came with two white inners, maybe it had a white and black inner, but there's no printing on them. I've swapped them out anyway because they were a little bit tired after many decades of storage, and the records themselves needed a good clean. What I like about the South African records is the labels, quite punchy, this very distinct shade of blue, and the big Walking Man, and Mute at the top as well. Yes, this came over from the Isle of Man, as it happens, in a huge box, and I'll put a picture up. It wins the prize for the best packaged LP that I've received this year so far. The banana wasn't included, that was just for scale. And just nipping over to the wonderful world of 7 inches for a moment. People Are People. This came with this sleeve, but actually, and this was just a freebie the seller threw in because the disc itself actually was a promo and came in a pretty generic sleeve. This is a Warner sleeve from Canada. Whether or not the Sire promo originally did come in the Warner sleeve, I don't know. Maybe there was a distribution deal with them for the promos. And then this is People Are People with In Your Memory on the B-side, and it's a Canadian 7-inch promo on Sire. And this came out in 1984. And then staying in Canada, we have got the Canadian 12-inch of CU. This is from 1982 with a very distinctive cover. Interesting thing about this is that it's got The Meaning of Love on side 2, which makes me think that The Meaning of Love wasn't actually a single in its own right in Canada. So you get 2 bites of the cherry CU. The first CU I think is the extended mix, and Now This Is Fun is also the extended mix of that track as well. with the classic line, what should we do then, what can we do, in the mix. So pretty good 4-track 12-inch and in good nick. And the giveaway, if you don't read the small print saying it's from Toronto, Canada at the bottom there, I think it says Toronto. It's got the Canadian maple leaf in the corner there on the back. And the disc itself is the pretty bog standard Sire yellow label with the blue logo. And then sticking with 12 inches, I've been after this for quite some time. This is I Feel You from Germany. So it's a 1993 release. It's the equivalent of L12 Bong 21. It's the int number is 126751. It's got 4 remixes of I Feel You on there. Life's Too Short mix, Swamp mix, Renegade Soundwave Afghan Surgery mix, and Helmet at the Helm mix. I think the 2 mixes on the A side are really good, and the 2 mixes on the B side not so much. Or I might have got that there mixed up. It might be the other way round. It might be the Renegade Soundwave mix and then the Helmet at the Helm mix that I think are really good. But you know, each to their own with these remixes. What can be somebody's cheese can be somebody's chalk and cheese. There's the inner. They weren't tight on their packaging on these 12 inches. Let's have a look at the disc itself. Oh yes, this comes with even comes with a little inner sleeve as well. Blank on the other side, but it's got the I Feel You on there. And very similar looking label to the UK release actually for this German release. I Feel You on one side and then DM on the other. Let's stay with the 12 inches. And I suppose, yeah, this might be considered to be a big ticket item. This might be the thumbnail because it's more distinctively different to what is potentially a bigger ticket item in this video. But let me show you this one first, as it's a 12-inch. So this is the 12-inch promo from the US of World in My Eyes. So it has got oil tank mix on it and the single edit, that's it. It's on Sire Records, it's Pro A 4507, and this came out in 1990. And this little box here is actually just a sticker that's been stuck onto a generic sleeve. And then onto some albums on vinyl. So first of all, the Mighty Mighty Ultra. This is the 1997 Europe release with the little sticker on there that says RTL Music Edition. So this is mostly available in Germany, I guess, in the Netherlands, and France potentially as well, I guess. Hard to tell that it is actually not a UK release from the back. You really wouldn't be able to tell. It's only through this sticker that you could kind of think, oh, something's a bit different here. Oh, it does say marketed by Intercord down in the bottom there as well in the text. And then inside we get the usual inlay, possibly slightly glossier than some editions. And then it's the label on the actual record that kind of gives it away. It's quite unusual. Just a black label with the barcode on and the Mute logo. And the Bell BEIM logo as well, which tells you it's a European release. So, pretty cool. And then another copy of Speak and Spell from the UK. If you've seen my video about Speak and Spell, you'd know I've got a couple of UK copies already. I'm still desperately trying to get an original, what I'd call an original release. This is a kind of, I think, is an original release from 1981, but, well, it's down in Discogs as a re-release. This is the Orlake re-release pressing. The only way you would tell about these pressings, there's no difference to the backs, no difference to the tracks, no difference really to the labels. It came with this inner. Some people will have you believe that you can tell the release from what's printed on the actual inner, but these inners must, get swapped out, and they can't all have distinct numbers like this has got, and this isn't even in Discogs with that number, so that doesn't help at all. And to be honest, in the past I've thrown these away if they've got too yellowed. I've swapped them out. The only way to tell is by what is engraved or scratched into the dead wax, the runoff groove, whatever you want to call it, the matrix code if it was a CD. You can see it catching the light there. But even then, with Speak and Spell, the runoffs are so similar. I'm not necessarily convinced that this is the Orlake reissue. What I'm going to have to do is get I think I've got 3 UK copies now from the 80s. I need to get them out and have a proper good look at them. And I think there's about 10 different variants from the UK in the early 80s that I need to have a look at and try and figure out. If it turns out I have got an original release, great, and maybe I just need to get over it and get a life and stop worrying about it. This is, because it's from the really early 80s, the colours can get a bit rough. This one's got a weird sticker, almost like it's been colour coded by a DJ or something at a radio station, or maybe a collector's decided. It's got 44 written on it, and I can't get that sticker off cleanly without lifting off the glossy finish and the ink, so it will stay. And then finally, perhaps the bona fide big ticket item, in actual fact, rather than the US promo, is this copy of Some Great Reward. This is from 1986. It's from Argentina, and the sticker, if you can decipher that, will give it away that this is a promo copy of the album. There's also some text down here that kind of tells you that as well. It's on RCA Victor, which is kind of unusual. I think of RCA Victor being more of a David Bowie label. The colouring of the text and this bit is a little bit weird, and this is a bit off colour as well. And actually this is a bit off colour. I don't think this is sun damage, because this was actually wrapped in cellophane, the original cellophane. In fact, you can see the glue marks from where the cellophane was wrapped around, which is kind of weird. It doesn't come with an inlay, probably because it's a promo. And it's got his master's voice, the dog. I can't remember what the dog's called. Looking at the gramophone, which I always associate with HMV, but this is Victor RCA, and it's got printed across the RCA. What does it say again? Basically, distribution is prohibited. Yeah, so this is pretty sweet. It's a very nicely kept copy from Mute Pong on eBay. You may have seen Mute Pong on eBay if you're a collector. He's got lots of good stuff. So that's it for this video. Again, apologies for the poor lighting. I haven't got a big LED rig or anything, so I just have to make do with what lamps I've got. Hopefully it'll be nice and sunny next time I record a video. I look forward to that, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.